Tom, CNN. Let's go back to CNN. Ratings being down.
Yep.
Can they do anything about it?
Well, they can, and I think if you just go take a look at what's happening at CBS, see, the news divisions have been lost. They've been lost leaders for media companies. And the media companies accepted the loss because the people at the top of those media companies were in cahoots with the liberal side of America, the progressive side of America, and they were using that as the megaphone to promote progressive liberalism. That's what they were doing. Now, things like CBS are owned by adults who are looking to make a profitable, make CBS profitable, and they are bracing for another round of cuts, is what's happening. Over at CNN, CNN is trapped in this group of cable nets that David Zaslav, Zaz, is going to spin. If Netflix wins, he's spinning that into what I believe will be a worthless tracking stock where they will just languish. If the Ellisons and Paramount wins, they want to take the cable nets and they want to make them profitable. And people are scared to death of that because that means CNN will go more toward the center, the same way as CBS is leaning toward the center, and it's causing this apoplectic seizure that's happening in the progressive movement. So can CNN save itself? Yes, but it's going to be more layoffs and new leadership, the same as you're seeing at CBS. CBS they are looking in the mirror over at CNN, and they don't like the reflection they're seeing, because if they look, instead of let themselves look out the window at what's happening at CBS, they know what's coming. And that's why they're in such a... By the way, if you took Scott Jennings off, what would those ratings be?
It's a good point. And by the way...
325?
We send a couple of our guys, shout out to Umberto and Justin, to the YouTube event in D.C., and apparently they didn't go to a single meeting. All they did is party and drink and have fun.
Chilean. He's monitoring toilet flushes.
For the 7 minutes that they went to the meeting, for the 7 minutes that they went to the meeting. Now, the report we got was phenomenal. But one of the things that a couple of the guys there talked about, he's texting me right now, is the fact that the conversations are that cable has 7 years left. So there's 7 more years left for cable. Because right now, Rob, you just ran a poll. You ran a poll. What was the poll you just ran on YouTube? Where do you get your news from?
Yes.
Right? I don't know if it's still up or not.
It is.
Okay, check this out. Zoom in. 3,000 votes. Wow. Where do you get your news from? Look at that.
Wow.
Print media, 1%. Fox, ABC, CNN, all that stuff, 8%. Podcasts, 91%. Where people are getting their news from. It's changed. It's a different market today. Vinny.
It's crazy though, Pat. It's crazy though that like our audience and them, that 8%, that 9%, guys, that 9% still can cause an uproar. They could cause riots. They could shut down it's still working. Don't get me wrong. They still get their message out, and there's still a bunch of brainwashed zombies that can't step back, get all the information, and then make a decision based on that and have an opinion on it. The fact that that 9% isn't giving fact. They're political activists. They want you to think a certain way because they're getting money from donors. Thank God for the 92% that we have going on. It's going to stop. But don't sleep on them, because that little percentage still works, Adam. I still run into a lot of the times people are just like, I hate Trump, and they hate, and they don't get it.
Well, it is amazing. You watch Harry Ensign, Pat, and every night he's got a poll that's like saying exactly this, but they still don't move their position.
There's also an age gap, though. Like, people that are watching us are predominantly 50 and under.
This is a good clip to show, Rob. The TV just went out.
People watching
the TVs are
mainstream media are 65 and older.
They're loading.
Watch this clip here. Go ahead.
Democratic base, right? But what about all Americans, right? How about all voters? Voters who say the Democrats are now too liberal. Look at this percentage. It's 42% in 96, 48% in 2013. Now 58% in 2025 of all voters say that the Democratic Party is too liberal. The Democrats are moving to the left. The far left is gaining power, and there could be some electoral repercussions, because what we see right now is voters, the clear majority.
Look at her head. Look at her head.
She's so bummed out.
I really wonder how Harry Ensign is treated in the lunchroom at CNN. There's Harry. By the way,
look at him with his facts and data.
When your
did you see today that they had to show the report about how the economy is doing with inflation, and
Happened, right?
you see that?
Oh, it's amazing.
Consumer price. Rob, I think you have that clip as well, Rob. If you want to pull it up, that was.
I wonder if Harry Antipat is like that at home when like they want to go out to eat. He's like, if this restaurant has A and this one has a B, I wonder if he's that guy in the house. He has one of these.
Imagine to his. I want you to go to the bath. We're going to the bedroom right now because in about 6 minutes you and I are gonna be.
I'd like to see him order at McDonald's. Stand on the counter. Number 8 is number 1, and that's what I want. I want a number 8.
Yeah.
And I want you to supersize it.
He's hilarious, bro.
Well,
Look,
you
at
have
that.
it, Rob?
Go back
Watch
to that
this.
stat
Watch
if you
this.
can.
Watch this.
This
Go ahead.
poor woman has to sit through this each week.
Okay, look, this is some encouraging news on the cost of living.
Yeah,
right?
you look
Inflation
happy.
took a big step in the right
looks fired
direction
up.
to
Yeah,
start
look at
the
her.
year off. So consumer prices up by 2.4% year over year. That is an improvement from 2.7% in December. That beat expectations, which were for 2.5%. In fact, this is a new 8-month low for annual inflation,
You heard
month
that?
over month. Prices up by 0.2%. Also a step in the right direction, also beating expectation. Now, economists look really closely at core inflation, which excludes food and energy. Core inflation came in at 2.5%. That's notable because that's the lowest annual inflation rate for core since March of 2021, before the inflation crisis. Now, while we can't exclude food and energy from our family budgets, that's important because economists say that's a better indicator for where inflation is going. And when you look at the trend for inflation over the last few years,
She
Fire
wants
him.
you can
to
see there's
be
been some
anywhere but
improvement, right?
there.
It's been a little bit bumpy on this chart. It's been bumpy. But it has improved. There was this uptick in inflation starting last spring after the president slapped massive tariffs on imports. Inflation started to go heat back up to 3%. But thankfully, it's trending back down.
Somebody
Now,
get
when
her
you
a
look at
drink.
Some of the notable
Somebody
She looks like she
categories
wants an old
as
fashioned.
far as what
Okay.
So funny.
Isn't it great when you see this happening?
It hurt. It looks like it hurts her.
Yeah.
Like it's hurting the body.
CNN should just cancel the stat show. It's like it's
Which one?
hurting.
I mean, can you just show that stat one more time?
The 42, 40,
Voters.
yeah, 48, 58.
Is that
Or two-
all voters?
Democrats are saying the Democrats have
The
become more liberal.
Democratic Party is
Is
basically saying we've
Democrats
gone
have
too
become
woke.
more
We've
liberal.
gone too woke.
Yeah. Democrats.
It's about time.
Yeah. So, I mean, the question becomes, what happens next with this, right? That's the question.
A new Faith Over Fear hat is coming soon to a theater near you. But I just wanted to say, this morning I was listening to Billy Graham, which, Pat, you told me to listen to him. You're like, Vinny, dive in and listen to him. So I'm getting ready in the morning. I'm just listening to Billy Graham, and he said something that I hadn't heard in a while, and it was the Apostle Thomas. When Jesus rose from the dead, Thomas wasn't there to see the resurrection. So Thomas goes, I'll believe that he rose if I get to put my hands in his wounds and in his side. So then he finally sees Jesus, and he goes in there. He goes, God, Thomas, God, put your hands in here. And Jesus looks at him and goes, because you have seen me, you believe. Blessed of those who haven't seen me and still believe. And in that moment, Tom, it hit me. He's talking about us. Okay, we weren't there. We didn't see Jesus walk. We didn't see him die. We didn't see him rise from the dead, but we believe, and that is faith in real time. And he's talking about us. And the last one, you mentioned the story about the Nigeria that we're sending 200 troops. Trump is sending 200 troops. They're saying they're not going to do anything crazy, but think about that. Think about the priests. Think about the parishioners in those churches that were bombed and murdered and slaughtered, and they were in that church praying and saying, please help. That is faith over fear in real time. And that's what we're about. And that's what the brand is about. And I can't tell you how many people see me with the shirt, because the shirt's on the back, and just tap me on the back and go, I'm with you. Or they see this hat and they go, where can I get that hat? So you can go on vtmerch.com, get the hat. We have the hoodies. We have Here Am I, Send Me, which is Isaiah chapter 6, verse 8 as well. But yeah, just go to vtmerch.com and pick it up.
If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.